Afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. Taking another Nubeo watch for you guys, and this one is Nubeo's their new Curiosity Evolution Automatic. If you've checked out my videos before, or if you are subscribed to the channel, make sure you get the bell clicked though, because I hear it all the time. I've been watching you for years. You haven't put up a video. I'm like, I put up videos every Saturday, so click the bell. Make sure you're notified anytime I put up a video. I'm always featuring something on the channel. So this one, again, Nubeo, their watches sell out. So I like that they do limited edition pieces. It definitely, and pretty much everything they do is limited edition. So if you snooze, you lose on these. I think this one's definitely going to go. One thing I also want to mention, if you have checked out my other Nubeo videos and you might have been on the fence before saying, hey, I love the brand, it looks cool, I'm interested, but I don't know what that movement is, I got some specs for you on the new stuff. So, and generally, it kind of put my mind at ease a little bit too, because I wasn't sure what movements they were using. It seems like Nubeo is using those reputable movements. Your Seikos, your Miyotas. And again, if you guys are on the fence about a specific watch I reviewed and you don't know, you need to know, drop me a comment, drop me an email, I'll help you out, okay? So let's talk about the carbon gold. Now I did do a review the other day on the Damascus version of this on bracelet. The only negative thing I have to say about this is that it's on I believe this is a silicone strap. We'll double check the specs in a second. Check that out. So what do you get with this? So this one here is one of their space themed watches, and right off their website, again, I encourage you to check out the website. A limited edition blending the best of exotic material, fabrication with a solid, robust, space-inspired, oversized, bold example of watchmaking. Absolutely. If you dig Invicta, you will dig Nubeo. Each watch is uniquely numbered. That's part of their limited edition timepieces. As part of a highly limited edition manufacturer with care and dedication, each watch is utterly unique and one of a kind. That is subjective, but I do think they are very unique. And it intrigues with every turn of the wrist, kind of giving you their sales pitch. I agree. I think this watch is very cool. The only thing I would say to do different on this is they need to do some of their watches with bracelets. They do a lot of silicone and rubber strap. I'm a bracelet guy. They do a lot of those as well, but I would love to see this on a gold shark mesh. I may end up getting like an Aragon bracelet or just like a cheapy AliExpress bracelet to throw on this. It deserves it, right? All right, so and I am going to do something a little different today. I'm going to show you guys some close-ups of this watch, more so than I normally do, so stay tuned for that. All right, so specifications. So I always talk about check boxes when it comes to watches. For me personally, my number one check box when looking for a watch, whether it's to collaborate, well, that's a little different. I'll take a watch regardless of let's be real. I'm not going to turn down a watch, right? We need to feed this sickness. But if I'm going to buy a watch, I want certain check boxes. And other folks are way over the top. For me, I give every watch a fair shake, right? And I think that this company, this brand definitely deserves it. I don't think you're going to compare this to a Richard Mille and say, and I only say Richard Mille because this is kind of like, of all the brands out there, the luxury brands I can think of that this kind of reminds me of. They kind of remind me of Richard Mille's when you put them on the straps. Richard Mille is known to be fun, extremely expensive, but they have like this super unique, loud, flamboyant kind of attitude with their watches. And Nubeo's done the same thing, but they've made them space and sea themed. So this watch, again, on gold shark mesh would look beautiful, but it looks great the way it is. So one thing I really like about this particular line and some of the newer Curiosity Evolutions they're doing is that they're really combining different types of material. We have that 316 stainless steel case. Checkbox number 2 for me. What is it made out of? Is it 316? Great. For me, that's really all I need. Do I like it? It's a 316. Next to that is it an automatic movement? And then, you know, we go down the list of size and crystals and all these different things. But I'm going to give you guys all the information I have. So I like putting those normal check boxes aside. I love that they've done this carbon bezel. And you probably can't see it by this shot, but carbon is an awesome looking, high-tech looking material. They've done that on the face, and they've infused the carbon with some sort of gold. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm sure it's not real gold, but it has a kind of like this very interstellar sort of vibe to it, right? Very planetary, very, I don't know, space themed. I love that look. Very cool. We do have a gold-plated brushed case on this, and we do have this. You probably can, hopefully you can see this, and we'll see a few more close-up shots here when I go to close-up, but there's this huge kind of synthetic jewel they have, kind of over like, it's an open heart showing off that movement. We're going to get to that. But I like the fact, you know, jewels are pretty cool. They're synthetic rubies. They can be real rubies at times. I believe most times they're synthetic in movements, and they put those on friction points inside the watch, inside the movement, to prevent wear. It's almost like sort of a ball bearing. They're made to withstand friction, right? And so what's cool about having an exhibition window on the back like this does, normally you can see the movement, but Nubeo kind of they tint it with that blue, and they put, like, you know, the theme on there. It's like a stick drawing of I believe the Evolution. I believe it's some kind of spacecraft or some sort. But it's odd they didn't list that in the description. But you know, you can't really see the movement, but it's kind of cool. It's there. You know, it's just another thing to look at and be like, hey, check this out. You know, kind of cool. But a lot of times when you have a nice open exhibition window that isn't cluttered, you can see those little jewels. With this, you can kind of see that, open heart. You can kind of see the balance wheel gyrating away, but you're not going to see any jewels. Bam, Nubeo put this big giant, probably fake ruby on there. I like that. I think it's cool. I love the bling. Very cool. Again, integrating different materials. We have that carbon, we have that stainless steel, we have the rubber strap, and I think on this one here, let me just check their specs off the site. This is a silicone strap, 24 millimeter, pretty easy to find other straps if you want to accessorize. 48 millimeter case diameter. I feel like this one here, I always joke and say, it doesn't make any sense when people say, oh, it wears bigger. I kind of feel like this wears like a 50. It just feels larger to me. But it is a 48 millimeter, 21 millimeter case thickness. Again, you can see that domed sapphire crystal in this case with an anti-reflective coating. Again, a checkbox for many folks. Big giant Nubeo branded buckle on the back. And then we have this crown protector that just kind of pops open with a screw down crown. Very cool looking watch. Definitely going to get you noticed. So without further ado, let's check out some real close-up shots. And I do apologize in advance. You're probably going to get some reflection going on here. It is what it is. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. But hopefully you can see that large jewel right on that crown, or not crown protector, excuse me, that kind of decorative open heart. Well, I don't want to call it protector, but just like a decorative cover on that. Very cool with that big giant, I don't know what it's made out of here, but see if I can get this kind of focused in here. You can tell I'm really not too good at doing videos like this, but look at that carbon infused with like that gold color. Not sure what it is, but you can see kind of the texture of the carbon bezel. Very cool. That crown protector, that screw down crown, again branded with that Nubeo logo. Real subtle on this here, not a lot of branding on it. You have a little bit of branding on the face with that Nubeo. You can't see it right there, but it's right there. Large buckle on the back, Nubeo logo. You know, pretty subtle. Not a lot of branding on the sides. Real thick. Look at that. Look at that side shot. Got that domed crystal on there, and we have the exhibition window in the back. And I believe the Curiosity is some sort of spacecraft of some sort, but they didn't mention that in the description. But again, it is a space themed watch. I think they kind of forgot about it because they're like, oh, this watch is so, like, just the look makes you just kind of forget that it is a space themed watch. Although I think sometimes Nubeo, their themed watches, it's kind of a loose theme. You know, if you were to compare this to, you know, and say, oh, the Curiosities, if that is, I believe it's some kind of like craft of some sort, you know, like that's the only thing that really ties this to anything space related. One could argue that the face with that kind of infused carbon does have sort of an interstellar kind of vibe to it, but you know, I'd say it's pretty loose. It's not like, you know, we have a lot of design aspects on this that really scream you know, space themed, but it's just definitely a cool piece, and this is definitely one for the collection. So I like when watch companies integrate different types of material into the watch, and this is just, you know, black and gold. It's just very rich looking. And I remember earlier I mentioned the movement. For those folks who are you know, spec hungry when it comes to their watches. This is powered by the robust, reliable Seiko NH38. The no date variation is what I understand the NH38 is. Very similar to the 35, the 39, 37s, 36s. It is a no date version, but you are getting that Seiko reliability. You really can't go wrong. This watch, pretty much, in my opinion, I hate using, you know, terminology here in all the groups and all that stuff, but you know, it is a spec monster. You have a lot going on with this. Again, you have that carbon. They say it's a carbon fiber. Let me just make sure I'm looking at the right one here. Nope, I'm sorry, that's not right. They specifically call this bear with me, I'm just trying to multitask here. They call this, again, sapphire lens, 660 feet of water resistance, 20 ATMs, sapphire crystal screw down crown, silicone strap, black and gold, 316L stainless steel, and they refer to this as, they do call it carbon fiber. I don't think that's carbon fiber. I think carbon fiber actually has more of that lattice, kind of lattice basket weave pattern. You can see this just looks to me like a standard carbon. But again, I'm no expert when it comes to carbon fiber, but correct me if I'm wrong there and let me know what you guys think. I don't think that's carbon fiber, but maybe there's different finishing techniques. I'm just not really 100% sure, but nonetheless, it is a beautiful looking piece. I'll go ahead and throw it on the wrist here. Check that out. Alright folks, well there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video review. Before we close, just want to show you guys my standard wrist shot that I always pride myself on this channel in showing you guys. Gives you an idea what it looks like on a guy my size, my height, and my weight. I'm about 172 pounds, about 5'8". I have a 7-inch wrist. So, of course, you can see a 49mm watch, huge wrist presence. I know we get desensitized a lot of times with the big 55mm Invictus and the big Aragons and all the different brands out there you can get. But this is just a huge watch. And I think if you're not used to a large watch like this and you think, oh, 48, that's not bad. I'm used to like a 44. It is quite a step up. So just kind of keep that in mind before you buy and make sure you want to be noticed, because this is definitely going to get you noticed. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. If I can help in any way, drop me a comment or drop me an email. I want to thank Nubeo/Dartmouth Brands for supplying Fat Cat Collections with this collaboration, and stay tuned for more. Have a good day, folks. Take care now.